California, Los Angeles, Hollywood. The Oscars. The flowers are ready. The stars are on their way into town. And the crowds are already here. I'm here to see what it takes to make it here in Hollywood, to see if I can find out how I can grab myself one of those golden statues. Not wrapped up in plastic, but shiny and new, presented to me, Douglas McFarlane, Scots actor and presenter turned filmmaker. I want to know what it takes to make it in Hollywood. Filming this film festival seems to be a full-time job. They never stop out here, especially the press. Everything is documented, and it struck me that it seemed a great place maybe to launch yourself as someone that is making it. I was about to see this in action at a press conference later that evening.
This is a media place. Yeah, sure. It's okay. There's Jessica if you turn around.
A major movie star indeed. In the making anyway. Jessica Simpson is far better known for her reality TV and pop albums, yet it was clear those in charge of her saw Cannes as somewhere to be seen if she wanted to be taken seriously as someone who's making it in the movies. And boy did she know how to be seen. It became clear very quickly that nothing was left to chance in an operation like this. Her chaperone swiftly ending the photo op and leading Jessica to begin her interviews with the global press. She never flinched. And as the party being thrown in her honour waited for her to actually arrive, Jessica answered question after question, always with a smile.
I'm on my way back to Milan. This is like on its way. So I'm researching to make a movie star this summer, and I'll be blonde.
What's that, Jessica? You're going blonde?
That's when I started going back blonde. I was the brunette yesterday. I was a brunette yesterday. I walked a red carpet brunette yesterday in the blonde pops, and I know it, and I've been told by all the right people in my life.
She seemed very happy to play to what she is known for, patiently waiting for someone to ask her about the film she was promoting.
It's just kind of life, and you're being watched. I mean, I grew up as a preacher's daughter, so I kind of grew up in like this flash visual. Like people always watch what you've done in life. So.
Eventually she came to where we were, and we could see close up how this star machine actually works. The press seemed to love her enthusiasm and seemingly genuine excitement of being some part of the film festival. They all seemed to be kind to her, well, for the most part anyway.
Well, I'm not going to say anything on that. You're trying to get a scandal.
She dealt with an attempted rise so well it almost seemed rehearsed. Maybe it was. Finally, a film question.
This girl trying to find her life and ends up wanting to do it. And then not wanting it. And then
Thank you so
taking
much.
it back.
Thank
You're so
you.
glamorous tonight. Honest about that? Of course.
On that note, I'm going to turn
I'm
her
wearing
this
vintage
way.
Hervé Leger.
What do you think of
And she's actually going to walk. Come right over here.
It seemed that the moment Jessica put her guard down and started chatting like a normal, bubbly 20-something, it was nipped quickly in the bud, and she would turn the other way. She didn't seem to mind. Maybe she was just used to it.
You know, girls gotta do what a girl's gotta do.
The next morning, the short version of Making It in Hollywood screened, and the composer, James Tinney, was there to see it. James had also seen a familiar face.
It was interesting. Joe Price, who was in there, I only twigged she was also in another film that our company has been involved in, which was it's called Number One Longing, Number Two Regret.
I'd come halfway around the world, and the composer I had happened to work with had also worked with Joe Price. The film world is a small one, it seems.
So again, coming all the way over here to make contact.
well, that's the thing. I've been chatting to a few people about that, and they're basically saying when we're in London, we just don't have. There's always the email to write back to, etc. And it's so funny. You do come over here to meet people who you should be meeting at home, but
Very true. His music punctuated my film, yet this was the first time we'd met. Cannes seems to do that. So what did James think of Cannes?
I thoroughly recommend it to people. Shoot a film, get it in the short film festival, come out, get your accreditation, come out here. Thoroughly recommend it.
I'd met quite a few Brits out here, and Cannes seemed to be working well for them, once they got to grips with how it all worked. I wanted to see how the Hollywood heavyweights used Cannes to remind us that they had already made it. As we've seen, Cannes is attended by everyone. You have the directors. The Britpack don't do so badly either. You have the Hollywood starlets. The heartthrobs. And then you have the bona fide Hollywood superstars. To see at this range the mechanics of the presentation of someone like Leonardo DiCaprio is quite exhausting to watch, as a relentless press machine went at every angle to get a picture of them. This is what I saw with Jessica Simpson, but on a Titanic scale, if you'll pardon the pun. He politely cajoled into position and cornered in by a firing line of shooting cameras. He finally moved up the stairs and was clearly keen to give the crowds a wave. But this was curtly stopped by, someone who could. He also seemed used to it, a seasoned pro who enjoyed seeing the fans and didn't stop him from flashing a smile before reluctantly going out of sight. It was a different story a few days later at Nice airport. See that small guy with his head buried in the hoodie? That's Leonardo. It was hard to see a trace of the dapper young actor with a Hollywood smile in this guy. Every route he was taking was blocked by yet more photographers. Maybe he hated this part. Or maybe he was just doing what he was told. As the flashes flashed, shots taken, the mass exodus of Hollywood from Cannes began, and it became a quieter place. Those that have made it in Hollywood seem to love coming here, but it was clear it took time to become accustomed to the way in which it all worked. My time here was over. For now.
So it takes time to make a movie, Even if you have the cash to pay for it, it takes time.
I'm overworked and underpaid. I'm in no mood today. Wish time would flash by instead of crash by. There's nothing more to say. You can't expect too much when you're living life, and neither rich nor poor. But if you stop and think, you live and breathe. So I go ask for more, and it's all I wanted and more. You can't choose the story of your life, and I know I've walked that road before. And as it stands, I could not ask for more. And as it stands, I could not ask for more. And as it stands, I could not ask for more. or for more.
Wow, that was an adventure.